So guys, today we will discuss about the R calculus cholecystitis. So basically, what is R calculus cholecystitis? So basically, it is a inflammation of the gallbladder without the etiology of the calculus. So basically, there is a acute inflammation of the gallbladder, but the cause is not the stone. So basically, it is a common in critically ill patient. So basically, it is a common in critically ill patient. It happen in a critically ill patient. What is it? What it is? Basically, it is a acute condition. Basically, it is a acute condition and life threatening condition having mortality rate about 10 to 50%. 10 to 15%. So guys, this is very important acute R calculus cholecystitis, because in this patient the mortality rate is very high. So you can see that the mortality rate is about 50%. Is about 50%. So basically we care these patients in a ICU. So basically there is no any stone. Because the name indicate that there is no stone R calculus cholecystitis. So there is no stone in R calculus cholecystitis. So what is the cause of this R calculus cholecystitis? So it happen in a critically ill patient, like the patient who gone for a bypass surgery, patient who got trauma, circulatory shocks, hemorrhage, multi-organ failure, sepsis, septic shock, prolonged bowel rest during total parental nutrition. So these are the causes of the prolonged fasting. So these are the causes of the acute cholecystitis. So basically these are the causes of the acute R calculus cholecystitis. Basically R calculus cholecystitis. So what is the symptom of the R calculus cholecystitis? So basically this R calculus cholecystitis initially do not give any symptom. The basically symptom come when there is a complication. When the complication happen, then the symptoms come. The complication of this like gangrene formation, perforation. After this the symptom come immediately, but in most of the patient the symptom not come initially, like the right upper coordinate pain. We know that in the R calculus cholecystitis there is a right upper coordinate pain, but it mainly seen in only 20% cases, 25% cases. So it only seen in a 25% cases. Rest 75% cases we not get this symptom. And if fever 100%, the symptom of fever we get in 100% of patient. Hypotension, elevated bilirubin level, and we also see there is a nausea in patient, vomiting, Murphy's signs. So these are the symptom of the R calculus cholecystitis. So basically what is the mechanism of this R calculus cholecystitis, how it get happen? So basically when there is a hemorrhage, sepsis or heart failure, so the circulation of the GI become decreased. So gallbladder ischemia occur, thickening of the gallbladder, necrosis occur, thickening of the gallbladder and inflammation of the gallbladder occur. Due to this necrosis occur. Then other thing is during due to fasting or due to dehydration, bile viscosity increases. Bile secretion get thicker, so the gallbladder inflammation occur and necrosis occur. And third, if the patient are prolonged in ICU, so there is absence of cholecystokinin induced gallbladder contraction. So these get absent. Due to this, bile stasis occur and the inflammation and necrosis happen in the patient. So these are basically the mechanism. These are basically the mechanism what I wanted to discuss with you. So basically this is the symptom and this is the mechanism. And basically one more thing I want to discuss about this, I will tell you later. So first we do the blood diagnosis. We make the diagnosis So we can do the LFT. So you can see you will see there is a increased bilirubin level. There is a increased indirect bilirubin level in a blood culture. When we do the blood culture, you mainly found the gram negative bacilli. And we can also do CBC, and basically we do serum amylase level. This serum amylase level, we know that the serum amylase, serum lipase mainly increase in a pancreatid, although it can be increased in many cases, but it mainly increase in a pancreatitis. But more specific enzyme for the pancreatid, we know that is lipase. But in this in the acalculous cholecystitis, there is a increase of serum amylase level without increase in lipase. So this is also a very important point to be noted. And the other thing we can do, ESR, CRP, these are the inflammatory marker. It tell about the inflammation of that area of the tissue. And main investigation is a USG, ultrasonography. What we'll see there will be the gallbladder wall thickening with pericholecystatic fluid without the evidence of the stone. And we can also do that CT contrast. So basically, then what is the treatment of this? What is the treatment of acute calculus cholecystitis? So we put patient nil per oral, and we give IV fluid to maintain the circulation of the patient, and give analgesic for the pain, and for the infection we give IV antibiotic. Basically we prefer broad spectrum antibiotic, mainly imipenem, meropenem, and after culture and sensitivity we can change the antibiotic, but mainly we give imipenem and meropenem antibiotic. These are the broad spectrum antibiotic. And also we treat the we remove the gallbladder. So we do the cholecystatic open or cholecystectomy. We do cholecystectomy, but the patient who are unstable for the surgery, whom we cannot do the surgery, we do percutaneous drainage of the gallbladder. So in those patients we do drainage. And complication of this acalculous cholecystitis is formation of gangrene, and perforation of the gallbladder, necrosis, and the fistula. So these are the complication of the acalculous cholecystitis. So basically this is very important topic. This is a very important topic. Basically it come under the abdominal infection in a ICU. So this is very important topic. And if you guys like this video, like this lecture, you can share this video to your friends, and please like the video. If you like this lecture, you can like this video and can subscribe this channel, so you get more and more video in the future, and it also helpful for you in a future. So guys, this is all about the today lecture. What we discussed today, acute cholecystitis. Basically it is seen critically in patient. There is a lot of complication. Basically we need to care of these patients, because the mortality rate of these patients are very high. So we need to care these patients in a ICU. So this is all about the acute this is all about the acalculous cholecystitis.